to take the opportunity to call the meeting to order. Terry, can you do roll call for us?
Artiana Alia,
Here.
Eric Horan,
Here.
Kyle Niederman,
Here.
Lisa Roman,
Here.
John Madison.
Here. Okay, let's take a moment for silent prayer or reflection. Amen. Let us stand and do the Pledge of Allegiance.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, folks, do we need an executive session? I don't think we do. Do we have any calls to the public?
No, we do not.
Good news there. Carol, that makes you up.
All right. Good evening, President Masden, members of the board, Superintendent Stone, directors. The aggregate expenditure limit, it was headlined. And in light of the most recent article regarding the possibility of a $6.2 million cut to the LHUSD budget, staff has shared concerns on what the possible plan is for the coming year. Due to those concerns, I personally reached out to all three of our legislators requesting information on a plan, with hopes to hear about one sooner than later, because this time next month they will be back in session. I have heard back from Representative Biasucci. He assured me that they are working on a plan, and my number one concern was, have you met with our administrators? And he said he did today. So I'm hoping that he is speaking truth, and that I can relay that back to staff, because it is the concern.
I saw him here when I came here.
Okay, great. Thank you. And that is all. We're ending a short week of a quite long week, and we are excited, and I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday, and we'll see you back in January.
Ready?
So this evening, we are very excited to do some recognitions from Nautilus Elementary School, and Mr. Moss is going to join us to make those announcements.
Thank you. The Nautilus Elementary staff would like to recognize one of our students, Chase Holtzclaw, and his family for the outstanding young man that he's growing into. Chase is a 5th grade student at Nautilus and has been attending our school since kindergarten. Chase's teachers are proud of the tremendous growth in his academics and behavior. Chase is known for his compassion and intense care for others on our campus and shows what it means to be safe, responsible, and respectful each day. Chase loves learning, tries his best each day, and is a model member of our learning community. The Nautilus staff recognize that Chase's character is shining, and we're proud to present him with our Citizenship Award at our first quarter assembly, and we're extremely proud of this young man. Chase, would you come up?
Congratulations, Chase. Good job.
The Nautilus Elementary Leadership Team would also like to recognize our FSP, Mr. Dan Caterina. Mr. Caterina takes his job beyond the traditional expectations of his role as he champions students and expects excellence in all that he does. We have seen him create meaningful relationships this year with students, redesign systems on our campus, and take purposeful steps to support all of our students. For example, Mr. Caterina was approached by students with concerns about our campus, and shortly after, the Make It Better Club was born. Mr. Caterina meets weekly with a group of students to improve our campus and our community. They complete service projects and are working towards improving campus ownership and pride. Mr. Caterina has also taken a lead in our PBIS program by working on restorative practices with students, being a part of our Tier 3 attendance interventions, and generally going above and beyond the call of duty. He is quick to support projects on our campus that benefit students and is an excellent partner to think plans through with for all members of our leadership team. Nautilus is extremely fortunate to have Mr. Caterina on our staff, and our students benefit from his presence. Mr. Caterina lives every student, every day, whatever it takes. Mr. Caterina, come on up.
Thank you, sir. Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
So this evening, we would also like to recognize Lake Havasu High School. They recently received recognition from Cognia for maintaining their accreditation status for 50 years, 1971 through 2021. Accreditation measures many different aspects of a district or school. In addition to student performance, parent communication and participation, improvement plans, leadership effectiveness, curriculum and instruction quality, student mentoring, use of technology, and professional development are also measured. This is a rigorous process which includes submitting documents, classroom observations, and interviews of staff, students, and parents. Given that, over 50 years, we are incredibly proud of the Lake Havasu High School staff for this accomplishment, and Mrs. Williams is here this evening to accept their plaque from Cognia.
Public display of textbooks. And now, Mrs. Stone.
Ms. Esposito is going to talk about our curriculum adoption textbooks that are on display at this time.
So starting today, our textbook adoption for math and ELA is officially open to the public, and so we would love to get public feedback about the potential books that we're going to adopt. Per district policy, IJJ, textbook supplementary materials and adoption, and state law, the following textbooks will be on display in the district office. For 912, we're looking at Mirrors and Windows by Cengage, My Perspectives by Sabas, and Into Literature by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt. For the upcoming 7 through 12 math adoptions, we're looking at Big Ideas by Cengage, Into Math and Algebra, Geometry and Algebra 2, AGA by Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, and Illustrative Math by Kendall Hunt. All materials will be available for public review in the district office boardroom for the required
60 days, starting today and going through February 15th, prior to the meeting when the board will consider their adoption. So we would love to have anyone come and review them. There is a QR code that you can give your feedback directly to, and so we really do hope to use the feedback that we get from community members and from family members to help us make our decision about our upcoming adoption.
Okay, and that brings us to the consent agenda. Can I have a motion on that?
I'll make a motion to accept the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Al Niederman,
Yes.
Lisa Roman,
Yes.
Eric Moran,
Yes.
Arjan Aliar,
Yes.
John Maston,
Yes. And that brings us to 6.1, student achievement.
Mr. President and Governing Board, I'm presenting the new course request for the 2022-23 school year from Lake Havasu High School. They are requesting CTE Advanced Business Management will be offered as an elective and allows students to participate in a sequence of instruction that completes the pathway for CTE Business Management. For Havasu Online and LHHS Credit Recovery, they would like to add the following courses. Electives offered for LHHS in-person learning students include classes such as cabinet making, choir, and student council, which we are unable to offer in the school's PLP platform. Due to the limited number of electives previously approved for Havasu Online, staff selective electives that would allow students the opportunity for coursework in specific career fields and electives that are offered from the online publishers in which students have experienced the most success. The LHHS Credit Recovery Program allows students a pathway to graduation. These additional elective courses will support creating a schedule that meets the required number of elective courses via the PLP platform. They are requesting the addition of Logic 1 and 2, Virtual Business, Cosmetology 1 and 2, Veterinary Science, Web Communications, Investing Careers 1 and 2, Learning in a Digital World, American Sign Language 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, Counseling and Mental Health, and Sports and Entertainment Marketing. All the course request forms and course objective syllabi for the class are attached. In addition, Lake Havasu High School is requesting a course alignment for weight training, toning, and fitness to change to girls' weight training 1 and 2 to align the course title and the objectives.
I move to accept 6.1 as presented.
I'll second. Also, I just want to thank Ms. Vestadagel and Dr. Stone for supplying a lot of information about these courses. I know that it's very important in this community to have our curriculum available for review, and I think this is part of a process that is going to go forward of really having open curriculum for everybody to review, having course objectives for every course. Syllabi for high school courses, and we already have the curriculum online for the elementary as it is right now. That in conjunction with parents discussing issues with their teachers and their principals, I think is a great way to kind of make sure our curriculum is open. That being said, too, I'll just put a plug in, math and English books. I've already looked at math and English books. We really do want the community's opinion. It's very easy to do with those QR codes. Those opinions are going to be brought into the meetings, but I don't want to go too much into that. We'll do that at a later meeting. But having that open curriculum, and this is a good start for that.
I'm glad to see these online editions of credit recovery is a big part of our high school graduation rate. Our graduation rate right now is in the 90s, and I don't remember the exact percentage, but it's very good, especially when you compare it to statewide numbers and everything. And part of the reason is because we do allow students we give them a pathway to success, and so this opens up a lot of courses that I think would be of interest to a wide range of students. It gives them some practical
career options. They can kind of dip their toe into different things, like it lists veterinarian science, sports and entertainment marketing. I won't read them all over again because they've already been read. But the point is that there's just a wide variety, and I think that our students will really benefit from that.
I think we're about ready to vote, but I also agree. I think this is a good thing that we can get this opened up for the entire community to look at. Just like when we bring a textbook in, we're doing this so that it's easy for people to understand and see.
Lisa Roman,
Yes.
Eric Coran,
Yes.
Archana Aliyar,
Yes.
Kyle Niederman,
Yes.
John Maston,
Yes. That brings us to 6.2, business services. We're going to talk about the Jamaica Tower.
That's correct. Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. On March 12th, 2021, the Arizona School Facilities Board awarded funding for engineering and design work for the cooling tower at Jamaica Elementary School. The tower is in structural decline, and as a result, the condition of the unit warrants replacement due to the high possibility of unit failure, which could cause a temporary school closure. After engineering and design work concluded, bidding procedures were followed, and the release of an invitation for bid occurred on September 15th, 2021. A mandatory pre-bid meeting, on-site walkthrough of the facility occurred on September 23rd, 2021 for interested contractors. Bids were due to the district on October 26th by 10 a.m. One contractor, United Technologies Incorporated, or Unitech, submitted a bid for $656,555. The bid was determined fair and reasonable given market conditions. The replacement of the tower will be placed on the agenda at an upcoming SFB meeting to determine if they will take action to fund the project. Pending School Facility Board approval, the work will be performed by United Technologies Inc. or Unitech as outlined in the invitation for bid 21-22-01. The project is scheduled to be completed during the summer of 2022, and all items have been reviewed by purchasing.
I move that we accept item 6.2 as presented.
I'll second. I do have one question. For SFB approval, do you have any sort of timeline for when that approval, we might hear back from them?
We were hoping that it would be on the agenda for this month, but it may be January. Once they approve, the reason why we are trying to get ahead of them is that once they approve, we want to be able to start, issue a PO quickly and not have to wait for our meeting to happen weeks or a month later.
That makes sense.
Eric Coran,
Yes.
Archana Aliyar,
Yes.
Kyle Niederman,
Yes.
Lisa Roman,
Yes.
John Maston,
Yes. And that brings us to business services for vouchers, student activity funds, and auxiliary funds.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the board, it is proposed that you, approval for vouchers for November 2021 in the amount of $4,327,879.55, and student activity funds for K-12 for October of 2021 in the amount listed, and auxiliary funds for October 2021 in the amounts listed per school sites.
I'll make a motion to approve 6.3 as presented.
I'll second.
Any questions for Mr. Murray? Let's go ahead and do it.
Archana Aliyar,
Yes.
Kyle Niederman,
Yes.
Lisa Roman,
Yes.
Eric Coran,
Yes.
John Maston,
Yes. And that brings us to 7, which is informational. Starts with the superintendent.
Thank you, Mr. President. I've had the opportunity to be out in schools over the past few weeks and visited some amazing classrooms. I continue to be impressed by the work that is going into the new curriculum, K through 8. What I'm seeing in classrooms is amazing. Our teachers are doing a wonderful job. I've also been at the high school and been able to see some great classrooms. And one of the things I really see them using the Illuminate DNA platform and that all of that testing information and really starting to work with that to make instructional decisions. I wanted to congratulate, we have 44 students who were inducted into the National Honor Society a couple of weeks ago at the high school. A very fun experience if you've never been. They are knighted with the sword. It's really impressive. So congratulations to all of those students. I also wanted to congratulate National Board Certified Teachers. The scores came out, so we determined continuing their certification, Christy Olson and Courtney Zampona, but we have 3 brand new National Board Certified Teachers. Ms. Carol Nowakowski, who is in the back, congratulations. And Mrs. Norma Zink and Jamie Hammer all have become National Board Certified Teachers, so congratulations to all of them. I will give another plug, as Dr. Oran did and Ms. Festadego shared. Our math and English textbooks are there and available. They will be open in our district office. We are hoping that lots of our community members do take the time to come in and give us their feedback about that. As we move forward in this process, it's extremely important to us as a district and your governing board that this be an open and transparent process. So please take some time to do that. And other than that, we just wish everybody a very happy, healthy, and safe holiday season.
I'll give the same opportunity to board members.
I have a couple mini recognitions of my own. I've also been able to be in some of the schools over the past few weeks. I attended the math night, and I went to the one that was at Havasu High, but Larry Olson led them at, I believe, all the elementary schools throughout the district. I was just really impressed with the student and parent turnout. There were more than 150 students and parents there. And then also a very high percentage of their staff was there. I don't know the exact percentage, but it was in the upper 90s. It had to have been. There were a lot of teachers there. So thank you to all of the people who gave up a free weeknight and came and learned something about math. I really think that's impressive. And then the other recognition I wanted to give was to our middle school students. They were given blank pieces of paper and asked to write affirmations to their teachers. And if you've ever spent time around middle schoolers, sometimes that can be a little bit dicey to give them a blank anonymous sheet of paper. So there was a committee to kind of review that and just make sure that there wasn't anything that that shouldn't be on there. And they did not have to pull a single note. All of the students used that as an opportunity to write things that were encouraging and funny and uplifting to their teachers. So I really that's more than 800 students. I was really impressed with that as well.
I'd also like to give a shout out to the Mighty Minions at Oro Grande, who in their first LEGO League regionals placed first and are on to state. That is a great accomplishment, and we look forward to see what they can do in taking over the state.
Okay, thank you. Next thing up is item number 8, which is call to the public. Do we have anything new? That's good news. Then we have communication suggestions from the board for future agenda items. Nothing coming that way? Press media clarify questions? Then I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Second.
Kyle Niederman,
Yes.
Archana Aliyar,
Yes.
Lisa Roman,
Yes.
Eric Duran,
Yes.
John Masden.
Wow, that was fast, yes. We're adjourned.